Peace, y'all. We live? We good? Let's see here. All right. YouTube up in here. YouTube squad. All right. We just gonna start. So my brother Tomas. Whoever misses some of it, it is what it is. We talking about. You know what we talking about? We talking about the obvious tonight. This Jeffrey Epstein fella. All right. So I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to let people come in here. So if you're watching this after the fact, just scrub a little bit. All right. So this is a very serious topic that we dealing with, y'all. Very serious. I don't think y'all know how serious this is. But I'm gonna break it down. Listen. For those of you who have never participated in one of these lectures, or I like to call it debriefs, not a lecture. I'm debriefing the squad because we at war. So this is a debrief. We start with something called word alchemy, okay? And word alchemy is very important because the words that we use, we want to understand why we're using them, all right? We don't want to just to talk. We want to be precise. We want to be snipers with our communication. Part of a lot of y'all know I'm all about staying dangerous. And part of being a dangerous man is having the ability to communicate precisely, concisely, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. But I do like to open with the word of God. So everybody just chill for a hot second. Allahu Akbar. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa ta'ala wa tabaraka ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha gairuk. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. All right, y'all, we're gonna get into this. All right, so we're starting with what I like to call word alchemy. We're gonna really decode what we talking about tonight. So, the talk of tonight is fuck Jeffrey Epstein. You heard me? I said fuck Jeffrey Epstein. So let's decode what this means, that statement, word by word, because even in profanity, there's precision and there's a lot of truth. All right, so, and everything has a meaning. So the first word is fuck. You heard me, fucks. And please excuse me for what's perceived as profanity, but it's not really profane. It's just a declarative statement. It's a verb, right? It's from the Germanic root meaning to strike, to beat, to thrust with force. This is one of the oldest meanings for violence, for directed action, for forceful rejection. This ain't casual language. This ain't sex. Y'all be watering stuff down too much. This is the language of war, all right? When you say fuck, you are declaring aggressive opposition. No negotiating, no discussing, none of that. You are applying force to destroy or remove whatever is in front of you, whatever you're directing that word towards. Modern society has taken that word and so many other words and made it soft. You know, just throwing it around loosely. You say it when you drop your keys, you know, when you're inconvenienced. People are so soft. The word has lost its edge. The world's lost its edge. But I like to bring things back to what they mean and apply proper context. So we return to the root of what this word means, and the word means violence. Fuck means violence, forceful rejection. Fuck is a way of you showing refusal to coexist with evil. All right, so the first word is fuck. The second word is Jeffrey, and this is a very interesting word. Very interesting. The etymology of Jerry comes from the Germanic word Godfrey. I'm sorry, not Jerry, Jeffrey, Godfrey, which means God's peace or peaceful ruler. This is true, and this applies to this man. But what God? Not the God, ilaha, not Allah, right? Not the God that we worship, that created us. I'm talking about the God of this world, the worldly God, right? What's worldly, right? The secular kingdom were sophisticated people. They think submission is they scoff at it, right? They scoff at religion, right? Where intelligence becomes a shield against the divine. So they think, right? This is where one with letters, you call it lettered, with education, they mock revelation. Let me explain what I mean by saying worldly. Worldly does not mean the earth, right? It means it's not living in the world, right? It's worshiping the world, right? It means making everything that's material or this material realm the highest reference point. Like, this is it. This is the pinnacle. It means that what you can see, touch, or measure, that's all that matters. And then let's get into the word sophistication. That is the armor of the worldly. It is the language used to dismiss anything sacred as primitive. They're too smart for that, right? To call submission to God superstition, right? They treat prayer as like a crutch, a psychological crutch. Like, oh, you're going through, your life is not good, you better pray. They laugh at that, right? It's to frame morality as just a subjective preference. Like, hey, you do what you got to do. Live however you want to live, and then you die, and that's it, right? So they're too educated for revelation, right? Which revelation has existed before science, right? So they replace divine law with their own reasoning, right? Their own optimization of reality. And they replace any kind of accountability with God with accountability to nobody, Look how Trump moves. No, he's not accountable to nothing and nobody. This is the God of the world, not a statue, not a fictitious devil with horns, right? This is just the belief that man is the measure of all things, and the pursuit of pleasure is the highest good. That's the highest virtue. The highest virtue. How many people say, well, when discussing like Donald Trump getting into office, well, he's a good businessman. He's a good businessman. Bumba cloud. What are you talking about? Is that what life's about? Business? And that's it, right? That's it. The man got rapes. He got rapes, all the rapes, right? All of them got all the rapes and all the pedophile activity, right? And people really be defending these devils. Anyway, this is what the world is. So Jeffrey Epstein is, a guardian of this worldly world. He's a top general of this world, right? He's a high priest of the God of this world. Y'all follow me? He believed in nothing beyond himself and his weird perversions. All right? So no judgment, no reckoning, no hell, just the material world and his ability to manipulate it, right? Very sophisticated. Y'all know what sophisticated mean? It comes from a group of people from Greece, from ancient Greece. They were called the sophists. And what they did was they just argued. They were just clever at manipulating rhetoric to where they can tell you why the sky is not really blue and make logical sense, all right? So sophistication is not really all that. Sophistication is the group of people where lawyers and where politicians come from, the sophists, all right? Do the knowledge, look this up. Now, these people are connected to big universities, to sciences, presidents, princes, you name it. The top people of the world, the worldly world. Y'all follow me? Now, this creep Jeffrey moved in circles where people spoke 5 languages, but they dismissed the idea of objective morality. They thought it was quaint, it's cute, right? A place where power was the only truth, where access was the only virtue. That's it, right? Where pleasure is the only sacrament. These people worship pleasure. That's all their lives amounted to, right? Despite hurting and harming other people at very young ages. Yo, pay attention tonight, all right? Pay attention. Now, you become sophisticated enough to justify anything. The other night, my fiance and I was watching a debate of an atheist and a theist. The atheist was, what was his name? Lawrence Krauss, right? He looked like a demon. The atheist had a nasty attitude the whole night, right? His logic, I was like, watch, when you don't have God, anything goes. And as we're discussing this man really came out of his mouth justifying brothers and sisters having sex. He's like, well, what's the harm? If they're using contraceptive, they're around the same age, it's okay. That clip exists. It's on the internet. This is what happens when you don't believe in God. You have no rules. You just do whatever the fuck you want and then die and that's it, right? But here's the thing. This is what I always say. I want to sit down with Lawrence Krauss, right? Me and him sitting across from each other. Okay, if that's your perspective, if it's just whatever happens here, then I'm gonna fuck you up. I'll choke the life out of your little scrawny body, right? I'll slap the shit out of you. I'll treat you however I want to treat you. Because there's no God, right? There's no consequence, right? So how about that? They don't really want to live in a world where there's no God. Because there's dangerous people in this world. You feel me? And God keeps us in check. Those of us who do believe in God. Now, educated people, they want to rationalize everything, right? They connected enough to escape consequences until you can't. Jeffrey, the world, this worldly world, the worldly always end the same way. Scandal, exposed, you know what I'm saying? Just something like over the top, ridiculously negative. But no matter how sophisticated you become, you cannot escape the real. You cannot negotiate with the laws of the universe. You cannot outsmart Allah. This God of the world is a liar. It promises freedom to people and it delivers slavery, right? It promises pleasure and delivers nothing to other people. It gets the pleasure. It promises power and delivers paranoia. Epstein lived like a king in this world. He had an own island. But guess what? He died like a dog, filthy, right? Because the world always betrays the worldly. You play in dirt, you get dirty. Let's go to the word Epstein. It's a surname, another Germanic name. The original name is Edelstein, noble stone or precious stone. Another cruel irony, because there's nothing noble and nothing precious about this demon, right? Just a diseased human in very nice clothing and nice private jets and nice worldly things. But look at the man. Look at the man, right? But we're saying Jeffrey, we're saying Epstein, but this is bigger than that demon. He just one. He just one priest of this world, right? Look at the leak. Look at the scandal. These stories never end, right? That name generates clicks, views, outrage, a ton of engagement. Epstein is the bait that content creators use to farm your attention. This is what we're talking about tonight. Listen to me, y'all. Listen. The word itself has become currency in the outrage economy. Now, let's synthesize this together, right? Use your brains right now. Fuck Jeffrey Epstein. That's not a curse. This is a declaration of violence and rejection of this demon. So it means I do not tolerate this evil. I do not make peace with it. I do not look away. I do not soft pedal my disgust to sound civilized, right? This man and every demon who participated in his network deserves to be beaten to death with bare hands, slowly, daily, painfully, right? No mercy, no trial, no debate, no none of that, no rights, no human rights. What are we talking about? What are we talking about human rights? What? It would be dope if I can come back to this world as a divine punisher. I would love that, to just administer punishment to demons. I'm so creative with the type of tortures and the psychological tactics that I would employ on these demons. Look, I know what I'm doing, Jack. I know what I'm doing. All right. So anyway, y'all good? Y'all following me? Y'all with me? Right? When I say, look, they deserve to be beat viciously, violently, aggressively, athletically, creatively, right? You know, just violence applied to evil until evil stops breathing. Stop. I want to watch the last breath and then stomp his face, stomp his skull. I'm sorry, it's a little graphic, but you know, that's what fuck means in this context. All right? Total, forceful, uncompromising rejection. But here is where the alchemy happens. Listen, y'all. Saying fuck Jeffrey Epstein, that's easy. Posting it, easy. Feeling the righteous anger is easy. I'm gonna talk about what's hard. Checking yourself to see if you serve the same God that he served. Y'all following me? Y'all ain't gonna like this. What's difficult is checking yourself and being honest with yourself to see if you are serving his God. Not through human trafficking, not through crimes, but through worldliness. Being worldly, being so sophisticated that you're gonna mock the sacred. Now, that's that intellect that dismisses revelation. Through independence that refuses submission. How many of you are too sophisticated to pray 5 times a day? How many of you are too educated to believe in accountability beyond death? Too evolved to bow your forehead to the ground? You say fuck Jeffrey Epstein, but do you fuck the worldliness that he embodies? Or are you just less extreme version? Same disease. Chasing pleasure with no discipline. Praying for power, but really ain't got no principles. Right? If you get wealthy, would you worship God if you were wealthy? Would you? Living like the material world is all there is, right? Are you the type that's serving the God of this world? The God that always betrays? So yes, fuck Jeffrey Epstein and everybody like him. May they all burn. But more importantly, fuck the worldliness. Fuck the sophistication that separates you from God. Fuck the intelligence that makes you too smart to submit to God. Fuck the independence that makes you think that you don't need God. Take that energy and aim it right at that target. Pow. Not just the monster in the news, but that whisper in your own heart that says, you don't need to pray right now. You're too busy for that. You're too busy for that. You're too smart. You're so intelligent. Just look at ChatGPT. You're intelligent. You got ChatGPT, right? You've evolved past that. That's primitive. That whisper is the God of this world. And if you listen to it long enough, you will end up just like Jeffrey Epstein. Not in like crimes and all of that stuff, but in collapse. The sophistication, it always fails. It doesn't stand, right? The ones who reject the real always meet the real. And it ain't never gentle. So fuck Jeffrey Epstein. Now I want my people in here to check your heart and get back to real submission. Now, I changed the title 15 minutes before we started, because I'm feeling like fuck Jeffrey Epstein. But the initial title, y'all seen the thumbnail, is called, Is Epstein Paying You? Is Epstein paying you, right? This is something that you really need to discuss or think about, okay? Because a lot of you, and I'm not trying to make you feel no certain way, I'm your big brother, and I'm just sharing a perspective with you. Okay? And if I didn't do this, that means I don't care. So let's word alchemize paying. What does paying mean? What does pay mean? Right? That comes from the Latin word pecare. And it means to appease, to satisfy, or to settle a debt. To pay means to transfer value, to compensate, to give something of worth in exchange for something received. To give something of worth in exchange for something received. That thing that is coming back that you're receiving should be beneficial, should be something that's beneficial to you, right? Payment is that's the language of transactions, right? You give, you get. That's the reciprocity of life, of reality. The question is, I'm asking all y'all who are consuming the Jeffrey Epstein bullshit shenanigan content that a lot of content creators are putting out there, they're curating. What are you getting in return? What are you getting? You're paying a lot. Just because it's not coming off your Apple Pay doesn't mean you're not paying. You're paying. You're giving a lot. You. First, let me talk about what you means. You. You. The individual. The person reading this, listening to me, right? The one who has spent hours, days, weeks dissecting the flight logs, or on the site that you can see his emails, right? Looking at the pictures. The one who's arguing with people in comment sections. The one who's consumed video after video, article after every theory that there is, right? You, not them, not the world, but you. Let's synthesize and put this all together, y'all. Is Epstein paying you? Is Epstein paying you? This ain't a question about Jeffrey Epstein. This is a question about the transaction that you've entered to. You're in a transaction. You are paying with your attention, with your time, with your emotional energy, with your mental bandwidth. And the question is simple. What are you getting in return? Ask yourself, what am I getting out of this? Are you being compensated for the hours that you have given? Are you richer? Right? Is this making your life better? Are you healthier? You closer to God? Are your relationships better with your people? Probably not. You're probably just mad. It's probably giving you anxiety. You probably feel distracted or drained or frustrated or pissed, right? Because you ain't getting paid. If you ain't getting paid, you getting played. I'm gonna say it like that. And the people pushing the scandal to you, they getting paid. They getting paid in clicks, ad revenue, subscribers, there's more influence. Y'all scrolling for free. You think it's free because you're not paying cash, but you paying something way more valuable, your time, your energy. You can't get that back. All right? Time is it's so precious, it's such a valuable commodity. Just like toothpaste, once you squeeze it out the tube, you can't put it back in there. That's time, it's gone. All right? Let me tell you what attention is, because attention is really a non-renewable resource. Attention, what is attention? Attention is conscious allocation of mental focus to a specific target. So it's the beam of your awareness pointed at something very direct, right? Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. I'm sure y'all heard that before. It's such a real statement. Where energy flows, the results grow. That's not philosophical, that's science, that's scientific. It's actually neuroscience, right? It's physics, and it's spiritual. Your brain literally builds neural pathways based on repetition, okay? So what you focus on, you become skilled at. What you practice, you become a master. What you spend 3 hours a day analyzing Epstein flight logs, you are training your brain to be an investigator of things that has no concern of yours. It don't concern you. You're building expertise in outrage, speculation, conspiracy, right? That's what y'all getting out of your attention that you're giving these people, right? And I know they seem sincere. Oh, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. No, they get into the bottom line of their business and their lives. But what about y'all? And I'm not even hating on them. It's smart what they're doing for their pockets if worldly success is all they care about. But what they're really doing is selling y'all and pushing on y'all anxiety. And that's not the vibe. That's not righteous. is not helping nobody. It's not. And then people are in my comments like, well, what do we gotta protect the children. And I've asked them, y'all go to my comments on Instagram. I said, okay, how? What are you doing? You hear what you hear now. Nada. Because they realize it, what are they doing besides looking at it and getting mad? The most one person said was, well, the awareness. Motherfucker, you aware. This shit ain't never been different. It's always been like this. There's always been these demons in the world, these pedophiles in the world. You know what's supposed to happen to them? They're supposed to get bodied. I'm going to say it. They're supposed to get hands and paws put on them, all four, every time, all the time. Where I'm from, that's what happens. Well, this is a soft world, so, you know, whatever. Y'all just let whatever go down. Social media and spending so much time watching it ain't going to change nothing, right? You know, and here's the thing, ain't nothing gonna happen to them because they're protected by their other demon friends. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Epstein allegedly was in jail in New York. You know he would have got bodied immediately. So most likely he wasn't in there. Knock it off. All right, fuck out my face with that bullshit. If y'all believe, y'all watching shit that ain't even true, right? You don't know what's happening. Look, the government, it's the logic, y'all. Y'all waiting for the file. Give me the files. Like they really gonna give you some real shit. 3 million pages. A bunch of them are anonymous tips from anybody. Me, I did a tip. Yo, this nigga got Batman over there. It's like that kind of stuff. Redacting the other pedophiles. The victims' names is out there. What are we talking about? Why y'all? All right, y'all. Right? Anyway, you're getting really good in these kind of skills. And this is not a skill that's beneficial to you. It's not a business strategy. It's not cardio. It's not getting you healthier. It's not studying the Quran. You're not getting wiser. You're not building any emotional intelligence with your fam, with your friends. You're becoming an expert in irrelevance. I'm being honest. Now, let's compare attention to the other resource that you manage. It's money. That's a renewable resource, right? You can lose it and make it back. You can spend it, earn it, invest it, multiply it, all of the things. Money has exchange value and it moves and it returns. Then we have time. That's another currency. Time is fixed, but it's predictable. You get 24 hours a day. All of us get the same amount of time. You cannot make more time, but you know exactly how much time you have. Time is the container, but the attention is what you pour into that container. Attention is both scarce and it is fragile. It's special. You only have so much of it per day. And once you spend it, it's gone. Once you squeeze the toothpaste out of the tube, you can't put it back. It's gone forever. You never get back the 3 hours you spent watching the Epstein documentaries, right? Epstein, however you say it. You will never recover the mental energy you burn arguing with strangers online about who was on a plane or what they were doing or whatever. That's dead. It's gone. Here's the worst part. Attention is not just scarce, but it degrades. The power of it that you have gets weaker. The more you give it to low value targets, the weaker it becomes. I keep telling y'all about the mental diet, the spiritual diet, not just your physical diet. The things that you're watching, you're consuming, are they bigging you? Are they bettering you? Or is it fast food? Look, the Epstein files, if I was to go into it, it would be purely for entertainment, because that's all it is. But entertainment is like fast food or alcohol. None of these things are good for you, especially in high amounts. So this is how you develop spiritual, mental, social diabetes. It's a fact, all right? Now, when you're paying attention to this kind of bullshit, your ability to focus, it just deteriorates. It goes away. You don't have the capacity of deep thinking, right? You get bored easy. You have no tolerance for that, right? You train your brain to need dopamine, or you're just fucking depressed. You're sad, right? Every time you feed it, you make it hungrier. Listen, this is what we call the attention economy. Most of y'all are, you running out of bread. You burning off that attention currency. You spending way too much time, hours every day, and there's nothing coming back. You have nothing to show for it. It's not productive. No skills, no income, no health, no peace. You just feel drained. I be drained at night because of the gym, because of, work, creating things. Not because of Jeffrey Epstein, not because of Candace Owens, not because of none of these people, right? Look, it's interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I've watched a video or two, but I had to check myself. I'm like, yo, this is fucking stupid. I was watching Candace Owens. Shout out to her, I guess, for getting people interested in what she's talking about. But nothing that she's talking about is important. It's like, okay, you're obsessed with this lady's husband that's dead. You know what I'm saying? And every video is about him and this and that, and it's just complaining about the world. What solutions do you have? The only solution she have is y'all tapping in so she can get fucking paid. That's all that's happening. And I'm not against her. I don't want this to seem like, oh, I'm against her, so the people that she's against, I'm with. No, I'm not with none of them motherfuckers. I'm just saying, pay attention to what's really happening. What? And she's supposed to be a woman of God. This ain't godly, just sitting in here gossiping over and over. It's like every day. And I'm fascinated because I see every day is millions of views to complain about some shit that ain't nobody gonna do nothing about. Look, the FBI done said what they said about this fucking guy. What's his name? What's the guy that got shot? Kirk. They said, okay, this happened, whatever. And it's bullshit, but they ain't gonna do nothing about it. You think they honest? You think YouTube is gonna change it? Come on, man. What you think gonna happen? Like the president, everybody get exposed? No, nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna just keep getting mad, and the next scandal, throw it in y'all faces over and over and over again and keep getting money. They making so much money, y'all, so much bread. I know how YouTube work. They making a lot of bread, y'all. And y'all ain't getting nothing out of it. It's not mechanical. It's not beneficial to the viewer. It's making you angry. Think about this. Why are you going and checking in with people that put you in a bad mood? Why? Bumbaclot. Listen, look at the opportunity cost. What you did not build instead. While you were dissecting this bullshit, you were not learning skills that increase your income. You were not in the gym training your body. You were not reading the Quran or the Bible, any scripture. You're not sitting with your children without your phone in your hand. Look, if you got to do that and you working, okay, but if you watching Jeffrey Epstein footage, that's fucking weird. You wasn't building an asset. Like, I ain't super happy with AI either, but at least on AI, you can create apps. You, people with no degrees, no knowledge of coding. Think about, let's say if you spent 2 hours a day on YouTube on gossip, on scandalous gossip, because all it is gossip, right? Think about if you spend that 2 hours a day doing something very productive with AI, creating an app. I'm gonna put y'all on one game. You ain't gonna do it though. Think about this. Think about a problem that you can solve, right? Come up with an offer for it. Come up with an app for it. Think about an app that you use that you think could be better. You can literally go to Claude and say, help me make an app to do whatever the fuck. I've done them. I don't know shit about coding. I got apps that are off. It's not even just in the Claude. I have it on my own domain, right? If I want to put it on Apple, I could do that. It's done. All right, and it ain't something crazy, something good. It's nothing good. I just wanted to see if I can do it. All right, but y'all could come up with something good. I'm certain that, I don't know how many people's in here right now, but I'm certain somebody in here, if everybody's doing it, somebody here gonna hit something that's a home run. That's a fact. The probability is too certain for that, all right? For that not to happen. All right, so think about this. Think about neurologically what it's costing you. Your brain adapts to what it practices. So a lot of people don't come in my feed because you have to think. That's not comfortable. It's not comfortable when you're not used to thinking. People don't come in here because they gotta like think. I might say something that might be prevalent to them, and they don't want to like, fuck that shit. Who he think he is telling me this? Your big brother, motherfucker. Somebody that done fucked up 1,000,000 times and got it right though. Okay? I'm not one of those people that people just be around being loose. People button up around me. Cause I'm not with no bullshit. Life is too short for that. I'm a grown ass man with a lot of responsibilities and a deep love and respect for God. So I don't have time for that. So people be buttoned up around me. So yeah, I know a lot of y'all don't tap into my content no more because that's what you gotta do when you come here. A lot of y'all just used to seeing me with my shirt off, fucking lifting weights. That's there too, it's still there. But we need this real food right here. But it's too difficult. Oh, I don't wanna hear this shit. Oh man, I gotta do this. I gotta read. Yes, or be pathetic. All right? It costs you neurologically, but you're getting something out of it. That shit don't cost you nothing. That costs neurologically as well, but it's getting you used to gossip, bullshit, gossip that got nothing to do with none of y'all. Is what they're doing egregious? Absolutely. Pedophilia? Yeah. I think people that abuse women and children should be beat to death with their hands. I will participate in doing it. Swear to God. Try me. I seen a video. I sent you a video this morning. I think they set this guy up, the pedophile, and they hit him in the head with a pumpkin. That was the funniest shit. It's the best video I've ever seen in my life. I love that kind of energy. Humiliate, desecrate all of the ain'ts to them kind of people. But I'm not going to sit here or tell y'all it's productive to just sit and watch content about the shit. And it's not even honest information because they're not releasing the real deal spiel to the people. They're not. They're protecting themselves. Trump's the president. This demon is the president. You really think he gonna allow the real deal shit to just put it on out? Let's do the right thing. Get the fuck out. Y'all goofy if y'all think that shit. Listen, your brain adapts to what it practices. So if you're practicing watching dumb shit, just because the people that's giving it to you, they're intelligent or they speak in sophisticated terms, that's some dumb shit that it's really goofy. Like I can't pull myself to do that because I have a conscience. I know it's not helping nobody. It ain't helping nobody. If somebody is listening to me, this has been my thing since 2011, whenever I started my YouTube channel. I can only give people something that's gonna be beneficial to them. And yeah, it ain't the most popular. I don't care. I'm not here for this world. I'm here to do the right thing by my God because I have a conscience, all right? I'm not a person that's gonna run the bag on people telling them just any old fucking thing. I ain't doing it. I'm giving y'all real information that there's a couple people in here that's gonna be wise and take heed to what I'm saying. But a lot of people ain't, y'all gonna dismiss it and just go, they leaving right now to go to Candace Owens. You know, go for it. Let's see what you get out of that, Playboy. You spend your attention consuming other people's drama. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's crazy to tap into people that only talk about other people negatively. Bizarre. You're scientifically, medically, you're building neural circuits for observation only, not for action, not for any kind of productive forward moving action. You just here for reaction, no creation. You're getting good at outrage, not output. Bar. This is the cost that nobody talks about. You're not just wasting time, y'all. You are rewiring your operating system to be weak, to be slow, to be distracted, to not be capable. The worst thing, and I'm gonna speak to the men, the worst thing for a man to be is not capable, useless. You might as well be dead. I'm being honest. Or a slave, a modern day slave. Now let me show you the mechanisms on the other side. The person watching Epstein conspiracy videos for 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day. And when I say Epstein, it ain't just Epstein. It's all of this, the Charlie Kirk, whatever dumb shit that got nothing to do with us, right? Yo, hold on. I seen a grown man that I know crying about, literally, he recorded himself on Instagram crying over Charlie Kirk. He was crying over Charlie Kirk, right? There's a cat in Utah. I was like, and I don't get involved in these conversations with nobody, but I'm like, bro, you crying? You all right? He was like, yeah, man, Charlie, you know. I said, I couldn't help but say, like, you know, do you cry like that for the kids in Gaza? Do you cry? Because there's a lot. No. He said, no, it's just not, it's over there, it's not here, and me and Charlie the same religion, we Christians. But I'm like, bro, you know that Jesus was Palestinian, right? You know, that's where he from. Where that shit going on at. He blocked me. Okay. Wild. People are picking and choosing what to be outraged over only if it looked like them. And that ain't solid. As a black man, I'm not riding with everything black just because I'm black. It ain't solid. As a man, I'm not riding with everything that's man. I'm not riding with everything for nothing, right? I'm riding for my family and myself and the people I love and my immediate circle because that's what I have control over. I don't have control over fucking who shot Charlie Kirk, and I don't give a fuck. He asked for it. Did he not? He did. All right? Where I'm from, people get murked all the fucking time. And we just move on. We just like, all right, fuck, that shit sucks. You spin the block or shut the fuck up. Y'all talking all this shit, ain't nobody spinning the block. Spin the block on Trump, on the FBI. Y'all ain't gonna do shit but make videos. Nah, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Anyway, when you spend 3 hours a day looking at this kind of content, you know how many hours that is in a year? It's over 1,000 hours in a year. That's over a month. 45 full complete days on nada. It's not even a nap. At least take a nap. It ain't even that. You're not even replenishing your body. You're not sitting in meditation. You're not sitting in prayer. The person spending 3 hours per day on their business, on their body, and on their deen, they just built an empire, a fortress. Everything takes time, attention, and energy. The Ambrosia Collective, this building, you only see a sliver of this building. This building is 27,000 square feet. And you know what? Ambrosia, we manage other brands. We grew out of this building the first year. We're in a way bigger facility. It took time to build this up. It took energy to build this up. It took effort, attention. You don't have that kind of time when you got an hour a day, 2 hours a day watching gossip. Imagine me and Sean sitting, hey bro, so let's watch this shit. What? No. Anyway, so spending this kind of time on your business, that's the same amount of time as a lot of people spending time watching gossip, but completely different outcomes. Your world is articulated however you see fit by the things, the decisions that you make. Decisions. Your destiny is the sum total of your decisions. Simple. Because he was supposed to. No. Things happen because of equations. The only real truth in this universe is mathematics, is equations. Okay? The equation of a person putting in time, energy, effort, money, resources to build something, the people will come then, right? Now you have something to sell, something to offer, whatever. If you're not doing that, there's nothing coming in. You just killing time. Fuck all that. I don't got time to kill time. That sounds crazy. I ain't got time to kill time. I just don't. All right? Listen. Attention is the only resource that directly converts into you being capable. Money buy tools, time holds space, but attention builds the man or the woman. You attention, what it does is it points, you point it, the, wherever you point it or articulate it, that's who you become. That's the type of person that you are. So if you're pointing it at the gossip, you're good at, you know, all of the facts on fucking Kirk and I don't know these people's names. Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Or Epstein, you know? So when I ask, yo, is Epstein paying y'all? Y'all getting paid? You know what I'm really saying. What are you building with the most valuable, your most valuable resource? Because right now you giving it away for free. You ain't getting nothing from it. You give it, that's cool, but you should be getting something from it. That's all I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. You might not be realizing it because that kind of information is salacious. It's like, oh, I want to hear. What happened? You know, when somebody like get arrested or get injured, that shit go viral. Like, ooh, 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 ooh. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I haven't done the research on the psychology behind why that's interesting. While when we're on the freeway, there's never a reason for there to be a traffic jam, even if there's an accident. But why is it? Because people slow down to look. It's like, bumba clot. I'm gonna attack it. Road rage, all you rodents. Road rage, you all. Anyway, y'all giving your attention away for free to people monetizing your outrage. The algorithms, y'all, it's designed to keep you scrolling. It's your, oh, he spent a lot of time on here. We're gonna keep putting that in his face. Keep putting it, put it right there. Put it right there in your face, right there in your face. Don't put my receipt. Put that, right? Look, my conscience is clean, y'all. I don't do things for money. Money is the ultimate currency for the worldly world. I don't give a fuck about that. Me and my fiance was talking about things this morning, legal laws. I said, baby, I hear that, but my authority is God. Did I not say that? It ain't the law. It's God's laws, y'all. It's God's laws. I mean it. That keeps people safe. That keeps me being a good person. God's laws, right? This is all kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad because y'all think y'all tapping in, staying informed and shit like that. You think you being a conscious citizen, right? I'm exposing the truth. What? Let me tell you the real truth. You ain't exposing shit. You're not exposing anything. You're being farmed, right? Let's get into this outrage economy and the scandal cycle. I'm gonna show y'all a system. This system is bleeding you dry. It is making other people rich. It's the outrage economy. You're outraged. Oh my, Listen, hold on, I gotta get a sip. You should never allow anyone or anything, anybody to make you, allow them to make you upset, to pull you off of your square. Because when people could do that, they control you. People are sitting around meticulously figuring out how to control people on social media. Don't allow it, right? So this outrage that they're peddling to you, they make a lot of money off of this. All they need is the views, because the sponsors come, the ad revenue come. And that's cool, but you ain't getting nothing from it. It's not an even exchange. You're just giving them your energy. Better than money. It's better than money, y'all. Don't believe me, right? They are architecting distraction, right? Because all they need is your engagement. You to get up. Look, the best way, this is according to the worldly standards in marketing, the most effective way of driving or getting sales or whatever is by tugging at people's emotions. It's not good information, it's emotional pulls and levers. So you start engaging, you start clicks, sharing their shit like, oh, look at this. That's what gets you, right? Engagement converts to money. Ad revenues, sponsors, subscribers, all of the things. The fastest way to generate engagement is pissing people off, making people, I'm outraged. I need that story. They get put that story out, right? It's not education. It should be education. It should. It's people like Huberman I fucks with. He sit there, his stream, but he gets played, but he don't get Candace Owens play. That should be millions. Speaking about neuroscience, right? Not inspiration. CT Fletcher should be the biggest channel on YouTube. Straight facts. Not truth. Truth is boring. It's outrage. The scandalous shit. You know what I mean? Talking about people's downfall. Negative. Why y'all listen to that shit, bro? Like, what the? I don't want nobody around me that's just not my vibration. I'm sorry. You're an addict because outrage is a drug. You're addicted to it. It spikes your cortisol. It floods your dopamines and it puts you in this compulsion loop. This is real. You see something that makes you angry, you click it. Right? You watch it. You comment, or something that's just feeding into your biases about who you don't like, what you don't like, what kind of people you don't like. Right? That algorithm is just, oh, look at this easy. This is an easy target right here, right? It shows you more of it. You keep making them rich, until your entire feed is just one thing. One thing designed to make you furious. Epstein is perfect for this. That's perfect, right? It's not just the scandal. He's a moral scandal. I get it. This is the most horrible type of person. Child trafficking, the elites, power, corruption. This is salacious, sexy news, right? It hits you viscerally and it triggers a very primal alarm. It makes you feel righteous in your anger because y'all ain't pedophiles, so you like, fuck these people, right? But you keep watching it and investigating it and looking shit up, and you don't think you wasting time. You think you fighting evil, but you ain't. You ain't doing nada, nothing. Matter of fact, you about to be late for work, looking at Epstein, quit fucking around, right? You just watching videos and sending it, sharing it, making other people delinquent by watching videos, right? Don't send me nothing like that. Send me good information. I'm with it. I want to see something dope, inspiring, or something I didn't think of, or something I could learn from. Or send me something I could laugh from, something funny. Don't send me that, right? And these creators, they're going to keep pumping that shit out because it's making them rich. They be talking about the same thing over and over. They run out, they kind of like, they try to turn it sideways and put it out there. Y'all don't even be picking up on it. And these people ain't journalists. They ain't activists. They are business people. They are entrepreneurs, content creators. They in it for the paper, which is nothing wrong with it. They doing what they need to do at your expense while you ain't doing what you need to do, right? Their product is your attention. They know exactly what they are doing. What are they doing to eradicate pedophilia? Nada, nothing. They hiring security to keep them safe. You give a fuck about y'all, right? They talk my people. Oh yeah, my people. Y'all tapped in. They like, hell yeah, money in the bank. I've been on YouTube for 13 years. There was a time when YouTube was like 50 grand a month. 50 grand a month, they would laugh at these people. These motherfuckers making $1 million a month. I'm not exaggerating, right? I got homies that, and they didn't do this kind of shit. My homies, it was fire shit, but it would be like, they would get sponsors. Their sponsors would give them, hey, give this Lamborghini away in your video. That kind of money. I was always a small YouTuber, right? This is not how I make my money. I make my money providing products and services, actual tangible things, having businesses, right? I wish I was making $1 million a month on YouTube or 100,000 a month. That'd be great. Never seen that kind of money on YouTube. So I'm not in that category. I'm being honest with y'all, because I know a lot of y'all, well, you monetize. Bro, this ain't no money. This ain't no money. For me, I don't have that kind of content. All right? It's okay. I'm not even a money hungry person. All right? I am a wisdom. I want to be wealth with wisdom. I want to be a spiritual giant. Okay? That's what I'm in it for. Now, y'all good? I should tap and see what everybody's talking about real quick. Let me see. Let's see what the chat talking about. Oh, this thing is super lagged. Is that what it's showing YouTube? In the hoodie?
No, mine is.
Okay. Oh, mine a little backwards. Y'all good? Put a 7 in the chat if y'all good. Make sure y'all rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people play with y'all like that, y'all. Oh, okay. Here go. It's 2 chats. It's one for that and this. It's unfortunate that, wait, what did you say? It's unfortunate you would take the disgusting opinion of one atheist and extrapolate from it. All right, let me talk to this person right here, because maybe you're an atheist. Listen. I lost it. It went away. I see the squad up here. Listen, when the atheist, I've listened to the best atheist arguments against God, right? I listen. It always falls flat. The top of them, the most intellectual, they follow exactly what the Holy Quran says. And it's all logical and scientific until the creation process. They say it's just random. It just happens. Well, if it just happens, why is it not happening now? The randomness. Why isn't a tree just sprouting? Why don't a galaxy just pop up in my kitchen, right? That's pretty much what they're saying, right? So with no intelligent architect of the universe, there's no rules. It's random. So morality, just so y'all know, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all a fact. Morality and ethics comes from religion. It does not come from the absence of God. The absence of God is why people like Jeffrey Epstein does what he does. Because there's no punishment. There's no God. You can get in and out of trouble in this world, this worldly world. You can't pull the wool over God's eyes. You understand? You cannot pull the wool over God's eyes. You can pull the wool over the government's eyes. These are people. People are fallible. All right? People are not all wise, all seeing. You can't pull the wool over the supreme being. All right? Anyway. So yeah, I'm sorry if I hurt your event. No, I'm not sorry. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm speaking reality. All right? Now, hold on one second. Just so you know, the atheists don't believe that. They think that morality is subjective. So that means I could do whatever I want to do to y'all, to an atheist or whatever. But see, a person that has no worldly power, they won't do things because they can't. But the people who has worldly power, has money, influence, and they don't have a God to govern their actions, they hurt people. Trump's a billionaire. Epstein was a billionaire. These people hurt people. These people rape people. They do the worst thing that people can do. What was the other Steen, the movie guy? Whatever his name is, billionaire. They hurt people. People with worldly wealth who do not have a governance hurt people. All right? So you may not have worldly wealth. So you don't hurt anybody because you can't. You don't have the muscle. And I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just being honest. Okay? Men who has money abuse women. Not all men. My crew, everybody got money and everybody treat everybody good. But when you watch, your Andrew Tates, your whomever, you see how motherfuckers talk about women and treat women. They don't really believe in God. If you believe in God, you would not act like that. You would not treat people like that, especially women. All right? That's really gay. It's really gay for a man to treat a woman bad and be solid with the homies. You're a homosexual. That's what it is. How is it not? All right. Anyway, y'all good? I don't know if y'all good. Y'all ain't really. You know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all a takeaway. Right? All of this is very expensive. All this economic downfall that we're in with attention and time. Every hour you spend on Epstein is an hour you do not spend on the things that matters. Things like your income, like your health, like your relationship with the divine or with your family, right? These are the 4 pillars of your life. These are the things that you will actually be held accountable for. Not what you knew about Jeffrey Epstein, right? Not how many flight logs you analyze. Not how woke you are to elite corruption. Oh, I know this and this. Okay. You will be asked, did you provide for your family? Did you protect your family? So one of the guys in my comments was like, "Oh, we got to protect our. We need this information for our families." I'm not worried about no fucking Jeffrey Epstein. They die coming anywhere in proximity. Where's your daughters at? Why are you watching fucking Epstein, invoking his spirit upon you? All right, be careful. You're gonna be asked things like this: did you protect your people? Did you show up for your people? Did you take care of the body that God gave you? Did you remember the Creator? Did you pray? Did you build anything of value? That's the bottom line. While you're distracted by these scandals and this gossip that don't concern you, your bottom line deteriorated. Your bank account is flat. Your body got flabby and sick and soft. You don't pray. You don't even know how to pray. Your kids just, is not connected. The cycle never ends. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, this right here, it breaks my heart. Because you think this ends. You think once the truth comes out, I'm gonna move on. The truth don't ever come out. Not in no satisfactory way. It don't, y'all. I'm telling you, don't be naive, y'all. You think the devil is gonna expose his hand, telling himself? Absolutely not. Unless y'all think righteous people run this world. Y'all think righteous people run this world, the leaders of these nations? Is that what y'all think? If y'all think that, don't think that, because that's not reality, okay? Ain't no real truth gonna come out and satisfy you, nothing in no meaningful way, all right? It's always another layer, another rumor, another leak, right? This story is endless, because an endless story keeps you engaged forever. And engaged forever means they get paid forever for them and not you. Y'all working for free. Y'all building somebody else's empire. And what's happening with yours? Right? Let me say something. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but I hate Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sickened by that piece of shit. I'm sickened by everybody that participated in his evil. They all deserve to be beaten to death, choked out, not even beaten to death, beaten to the brink of death and then left alone so I could do it again tomorrow, right? I don't condone nothing about none of them, right? But here's what I know. Me being outraged is not gonna stop them. It does nothing. Nada. Zilch. Me investigating that bullshit is a waste of time. There's no prosecution from that. My hours spent watching documentaries do not have, it's not going to save a soul. No children. You know what does help? Showing up for my fam, right? Protecting mine. Teaching them to recognize evil and to avoid it. Building wealth so my children have options. Okay? Staying spiritually connected so I can lead them properly. My fight is in front of me and it's not on no screen. It's in my home, it's in my business, it's in my prayers, it's in my individual network. Yes, we all, this is how, you know how you change the world? By changing self. Looking in the mirror. Everybody. That's where we have power. Okay? That's where we have power. All right, listen, y'all. I hope that this really resonates, right? I hope that y'all are really listening, taking notes, right? Because it's serious. It's serious. So we're going to end it on that note. Sometimes we do Q&As, but that's inside of the Sacred Society community. What I'll do is I'll drop a link for anyone interested in learning more, okay? And getting involved, because we are a community that's very proactive. All right? Let me get this link real quick. Copy that like that. Copy that like that. Go over here. Move this up. Dang, the YouTube look like it's way behind.
No, it's just yours.
Okay, let me just do this. Boom. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Shoot. Y'all good? All right, here go the link for those who want more information on the Sacred Society. This is Sacred Society business right here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta send it to Facebook too, because Facebook up on this piece. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. All right. Sacred Society folks, I'm gonna see y'all again, or we should see y'all on, I believe, Saturday, right? Tech, business talk, okay? Where's the live at? All right, boom, put it right here. Young comments, boom. All right, and that's it. We up out of this piece. Fuck Epstein. Fuck Epstein, fuck Trump, fuck all of these devils, all right? All right, we up out this piece.